This is chapter 5, lesson 3. It's called Other Words Used as Adjectives. So we've talked before that an adjective is a word that modifies, it describes either a noun or a pronoun. So today we're actually talking that sometimes in writing, sometimes in sentences, pronouns and nouns can actually be used as adjectives. So in this case, they are pronouns or nouns, but they're acting as if they are an adjective, so they're actually modifying or describing a noun to make a meaning more specific within writing. So we're going to talk about pronouns used as adjectives first. We actually have 3 different types of pronouns that can be used as adjectives. The first type of pronoun that can be used as an adjective are demonstrative pronouns. If you remember, we have 4 of them: this, that, these, and those. These demonstrative pronouns actually are used to point out different nouns, but in this case, they're going to act as adjectives because they're going to be modifying or describing a noun and pointing out and saying which one or which ones. So in our first sentence, this canoe is made of wood and leather. The demonstrative pronoun this is acting as an adjective, modifying canoe, telling me which one. The same thing with the next one. These canoes are made of aluminum. These is acting as an adjective, modifying canoes, telling me which ones. The second type of pronoun that can act as an adjective are possessive pronouns. If you remember, possessive just means shows ownership. So I put a couple examples up here for you: my, our, your, her, its, and their. In this case, remember, our pronouns are going to be showing ownership, but in this case, they're going to act as adjectives and tell me which one or which ones. So my modifies skateboard. Your is modifying the noun bicycle. The last type of pronouns that can act as adjectives are indefinites. If you remember, our indefinite pronouns are very vague, very specific. So a couple examples: all, each, both, few, most, some. Remember, we call them indefinite because they are that vague, non-specific. So like for all, we don't know how many all is. Is all 1 or is all 10? So in our sentences, our first sentence: most people in my family enjoy exploring caves. Most, the indefinite pronoun most, is modifying people, telling me which people. And then all members of my family enjoy picnicking. All is modifying members, telling me which one or which ones. Actually, I have some possessive pronouns in here too: my family. Next, we're going to move on and chat about how nouns can also be used as adjectives. So you know a noun: person, place, thing, idea. In this case, nouns are going to be acting as adjectives and modifying another noun to be more specific, to give more information. So like in our first sentence, rock climbers practice indoors on winter nights. The word rock is a noun, it's a thing, but in this case it's modifying climbers and telling me what kind of climbers. And then winter, also a noun, modifying nights. The next one, they use a rock wall made from construction materials. Rock, again, thing, modifies wall. Construction, also a noun. In this case, modifies materials. So when you come to class on Friday, we'll work through some of these together. I want to do 2 with you now to kind of show what we're going to do in class and in our classwork. You're going to have to look at a sentence and try and see if you can see nouns and pronouns that are used as adjectives. So you have to be careful. You can't just pick out every single noun and pronoun you see in the sentence. You have to make sure that they are actually modifying, describing a noun. So number 1, most climbers climb mountain formations. The first one I see is the indefinite pronoun most, modifying climbers, telling me which one or which ones. And then I see the noun mountain, telling me what kind of formations. In number 2, urban climbers scale city buildings. The only one I see is the noun city, modifying buildings. So this will be our process together on Friday. Come with any questions you might have.